This breaking story, Russia launching a full-scale invasion of Ukraine with attacks on targets across the country. Kiev is saying that dozens of people have been killed, many have been injured in large-scale air and ground assault by Russian forces. And Russian President Putin says he has launched the military operation to, quote, secure the future of Russia as a sovereign nation.
Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing going on. There's been a lot of those lately.
I'm not even gonna lie, it's kind of wild because World War III is gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna cause World War III what people say it is.
I think Putin's having a mental breakdown right now.
They're stupid because they're gonna lose.
Ukraine really didn't do anything wrong.
I want to talk to Ukraine's president and say, look, I think it's time I take the reins on this one.
Not picking one side or the other, but I think Ukraine's kind of getting picked on a little bit.
And I got guns, I got nukes. I'm just playing, I don't have nukes.
I think Biden's doing a horrible job right now.
Kind of terrifying, honestly, as long as it doesn't come over here. I don't know. I hope they're all safe though. I hope they're all doing okay over there.
I kind of think it's pointless at some points. Just why don't you just have a meeting and talk about it?
I just think it's because Putin wants power, and he's just doing anything he can to get it.
I think that, it could lead to escalated, something.
I think it's finna end in the next couple of days.
Especially with China and Taiwan. They might see Russia invading Ukraine and be like, oh, well, the U.S. isn't really doing anything there.
Honestly, I'm over it. We can't afford a war right now.
We're in an age where you can't just take what you want just because it's going to cause you problems later down the road.
We're in a pandemic. What the Russia?
It's really sad to see, especially with COVID and everything happening. It's almost like you don't really know what's going to happen next. It's been very unpredictable, 2022.
It's really nothing different than what the United States does to other countries. So
none of the Russian soldiers want to be there, which I think is the craziest part.
Especially in modern day, it's kind of infantile of Russia to invade another country.
They're like 18-year-old kids, essentially. It's like any war, and they're getting thrown over there, and they don't even know why they're there.
I hope that everyone can stay as safe as possible.
Personally, I have actually family in Ukraine and also Moldova, so it's right next to it.
I think Ukraine should get as much help as they need.
I really think it shows a big unity with the world, because it's you have Putin, he's doing his thing, which nobody really agrees with.
He has fallen victim to this vision that the Russian Empire is this thing that is glorious, needs to be fulfilled.
It's an inexcusable act by Putin, and I think it's in violation of international treaties.
I think Russia invading Ukraine is absolutely despicable. This is another example of Putin attempting to rebuild the old Soviet Union.
In reality, it's just he isn't willing to accept that the 21st century global political stage is one where everyone is everyone should be content to just be in their own territory.
I think it shows how back in time Russia is right now.
It's a violation of their sovereignty.
As someone who's never been to Europe, I'd really like to go to Ukraine now because it looks really interesting just to see what the people are like. So I just think it's a bad step forward, but it's gonna hopefully turn out to a good step forward.